evening, Anthony.
Good evening, Dave. How are you, mate?
Big A, I am absolutely stoked.
You're
I've had a
stoked.
great week.
Why are you so stoked?
I'm just
What's
so
made you
excited.
stoked?
It's just, like when there's something really cool coming up on the weekend.
There is many cool things coming up in the weekend. That is true.
Yeah, and you're like, geez, I can't wait for the weekend to kick in. And you just look forward to it all through the week. It just gives you this little high. You're just like floating along. And
so what is it that you're looking forward to, Dave? Want to tell the viewers what you're looking forward to?
Well, we are going to be attending, in many ways, the Oceania CrossFit Championships.
Oh, that's pretty
Sports
cool, man.
Complex.
That's pretty cool. And I think it's the first time in Brisbane, isn't it, for that?
It's in our own backyard, and a little bit like the Torian Pro in our own backyard as well. But I think I am honestly, I'm as excited, or maybe even a little bit more excited about the Oceania Championships than I was about the Torian Pro.
Yeah, I think it makes a difference that we know two people that are going to be competing in it, right? So that makes it really exciting to be able to watch, see the elite athletes doing their stuff.
Yeah. We've got a solid vested interest in two of our CrossFit Neuro sponsored athletes on the floor in the elite division, thrown down with some of the best in the world.
I know, it's very, very cool. So Jett and Jono, two coaches right here at CrossFit Neuro, and will be representing at Oceania.
And why tonight's show is really exciting, which is also what I was really looking forward to tonight, is we're going to have them come on the show and go through a bit of a deep dive into all of the upcoming workouts that we know about.
Yeah, there's some crackers in there. Event 2 is very good, isn't it?
They're great. They are fantastic. We're going to go through them. They're coaching at the moment. They're both, we don't give them there's no free lunches. They've still got a coach. they've still got a coach. So they'll be joining us. They'll be joining us at about hopefully around 7:30, 7:45.
7:45.
And Anthony, you tell us what the other little surprise that we've got in store for our viewers.
Tonight. Dave's made this happen. So we're going to be talking to the guys who are the creators of the Oceania CrossFit Championships. So we're speaking to Bronson and a couple of other individuals, probably. I don't know exactly who they are, but that's pretty cool. So let's bring Bronson on the stage.
Bring him on.
Here's Bronson.
Here he is.
Hey, Bronson.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
How you going?
Bronson.
Good, Anthony. Yes.
Thank you so much for joining the show.
Thanks for
You're our second Kiwi.
Oh, who was the first one?
Well, Matt.
The first one was Matt from Yarns.
Yarns.
Oh, nice.
That's fantastic.
So you're the bridesmaid. That's what Dave's saying to you, Bronson. You're not the bride.
Matt, you might be watching right now. Matt, if you are watching, send us a message. Oh, look, we've got Eileen. Eileen, do you know Eileen, Bronson?
No.
Eileen.
Depends on.
Hello,
Eileen.
Hello, Eileen.
Thank you for watching, Eileen. Thanks for tuning in. Obviously a keen CrossFitter watching the show. Probably a fan of Bronson's. Probably. Are you well known? Are you well known? You guys. Are you well known in the space, Bronson? Have you been in the CrossFit space for a long time? Tell us a little about your.
Yeah, so I started CrossFit almost 6 years ago, back at Mount CrossFit, New Zealand, Mount Maunganui, and I started doing content for them. and then
Right.
that's when I started doing content for CrossFit. Ended up in major events like New Zealand Nationals, Discipline Games, all these other CrossFit comps that hired me. And then, pretty much built a community around that. And
Right.
we ran our first event back in Mount Maunganui called Sweet Threes. And then that popped off. And that's how I met my business partner, Dean Flood, who's the originator of New Zealand Champs.
Right. Dean.
Wow.
And
that's,
so Dean is a box owner as well, or
yes, yeah, well, he used to own quite a few actually. Well, Cluster. It used to be Cluster, the box back in New Zealand, up in Auckland, and now he runs a High Rocks Performance Center here in the GC.
High Rocks. Okay. Well, we better we'll talk about we'll talk about High Rocks some other time. But, all right. Fantastic.
All right,
so
you're gone, Bronson. That's it. You mentioned High Rocks. You're gone.
They're dead to us now. No, I'm just joking. Hey, here's Dean. Is that Dean now? Let's bring him on.
Let's bring him on.
Hello,
hey, Dean. How you going?
Hey guys, can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming on the show.
No, all good. Thanks.
You got the Apple AirPods in.
Yep, that's the one.
There we go. They're always the culprit, the old Apple AirPods.
Yeah.
You got to get professional like Bronson. See the head muffs.
Oh no, I don't have all those gears.
Right. Are you guys sitting next to each other, like pretty close?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's pretty much over there.
Right. We'll have to work out. Do you know Mason King? Mason King, thanks for commenting. Is he a fan of yours, Dean?
Who's that? Sorry.
Mason.
Someone's commented, Dean, on the live stream. Mason King.
Oh yeah. I know.
Thanks for
definitely bench.
Can you put that in? Yeah. Can you put that into some sort of context for us, Dean? What is he talking about there?
Well, I don't want to, just in case it's the wrong Mason that I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we'll just go with it anyway. Let's just go with it anyway, Dean. Just go with who you think it is.
The Mason that I'm thinking of is the guy that you always see at the end of the 4 a.m. bender.
The 4 a.m. bender, right?
Oh, right, okay.
So maybe
doing push-ups on the footpath outside the pub with the bouncers kicking it out. All right, Mason, thanks for the comment. And anyone who's watching, just send your messages through if you've got any questions that we're not asking or diving deep enough into. Send a message and ask the boys. We've got another comment here from Honest Abe GT. Okay, thanks for joining us. Fantastic, awesome. I hope you're
popular. We haven't had this many comments, I don't think, in a live cast. So clearly you're popular.
All these people are going to be heading to the Sleeman's sports complex on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be huge.
So is it your first time in Brisbane, guys? First time in Queensland?
First comp in Brisbane, yeah.
Yeah.
I've run comps on the Gold Coast before, but first in Brisbane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back. Tell us a little bit about Dean. So, Dean, you started the New Zealand NZ Championships 3 years ago, was it?
Yeah, that's the one. 3 years ago, yeah. Myself and a couple of other business partners started NZ Champs. Yeah, so I guess the main reason why we started it, we saw, like, obviously being athletes in New Zealand, we have a lot of potential, a lot of younger athletes that are wanting to do really well in CrossFit, and it was tough because a lot of them kind of had to move overseas, move to Australia to get any sort of exposure and sponsorship and that sort of stuff. So the original idea, like we have so much talent in New Zealand, and we wanted to try and make CrossFit a bit bigger. So hence why the name, the New Zealand CrossFit Champs, and align ourselves with CrossFit and become a licensed event and try and get a bit more exposure for, especially the youth and the up and coming athletes. To open up for sponsorship and that sort of stuff, so that we didn't have to see too many of them, like move to Australia and that sort of stuff. And I think being into the third year now, like we're starting to really get some legs on it. So that's cool.
Absolutely. So what was that like? You said a licensed event. You had to actually make contact with HQ, CrossFit HQ, and sort of let them know what your objectives were.
Yeah, for sure. Like there's a lot of fitness events around and a lot of CrossFit comps, but there's very minimal ones that are actually licensed. So you talk with HQ, and obviously you have to have an affiliate or someone with a CrossFit gym that can sort of register that, and then obviously your coaches and whatnot, and then you just pay a fee to CrossFit, and there's a set of rules that you've kind of got to follow in line with CrossFit. So yeah, it's kind of just a differentiator between all the other fitness comps that are kind of just doing CrossFit and really staying in line with the rules of CrossFit.
Yeah, and you were allowed to use the word CrossFit in your promotion and marketing, or is that restricted? Is that restricted if you don't formally align yourself?
Yeah, there are some rules and regulations around it, but you have to obviously have paid that license to be able to put the CrossFit name in the title. I know there's some rules and regulations around the logo and actually putting the word CrossFit in there, and a type of logo that needs to be used for the licensed events. But yeah, you can only put that it's a CrossFit event basically if you've paid that fee. Yeah.
And were they very supportive of you guys doing that? Were they did they make it easy for you?
Yeah, it definitely helps, I think, especially like the affiliate owners and the ones that are really behind CrossFit and pushing CrossFit. It really kind of hits a bit deeper with them, and they're like, cool, these guys are trying to really align themselves. In terms of the support from CrossFit, I mean, it's been a bit mixed over the years, but I think, this last year at New Zealand Champs, we had a little bit more support than previous years. And I think some of the changes that CrossFit have made recently going into 2026 are very positive. So I think CrossFit is on, it kind of was going so good back in 2018, 2019, and then a few things happened, a few decisions from the top, I think, kind of put it in the wrong direction. But I think recently they've in the last 6 months they've made some changes, and we're in for an upward projection in CrossFit again in 2026.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
That's so good to hear.
You kind of do sense that, don't you? You kind of sense this sort of resurgence of enthusiasm in the sport, in social media, in the gyms, coming from HQ. It really does feel like CrossFit's sort of getting things back on track after a lot of negative publicity, especially after Texas 2024.
Yeah, for sure. I think also having a lot more competition in the functional fitness scene, with Hyrox blowing up so much, and them running such great events, I think it's made them sort of really sort a few things out. And I mean, I personally still think CrossFit is one of the best methods of training in the world, and just love it. But obviously, things like Hyrox and stuff do hit a bigger target market. Everyone can do it, but I think if these positive changes that they've made, and they can get it back to how it was in 2017, 2018, 2019, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. It's
So guys, were you just CrossFitters who decided you wanted to run a championship? How did that eventuate? Or were you in events management already and this was just a natural step, or how did it How did that take place?
It was quite a funny story, really. What was it, 2018? I really started diving into CrossFit, and 2019 took it a little bit more seriously. And then in 2021, I'd done a few like local comps, and then I think it was my third comp ever competed in a big comp called the Torian Pro, which is like, you know, your top 30, 40 guys that qualify in Oceania. So it was quite a big comp to make, and I was kind of still half bodybuilding, half doing CrossFit at the time, kind of qualified and thought I'll give this a go. And I turned up unprepared, but one of the biggest things I took away from that was just how cool the event was run, and just how the communities came together and how people loved it. And I just thought, man, I've obviously done a couple of local comps and whatnot, but I went away from that, and the biggest thing I took from that weekend was this is how a comp, you know, should be run. And like, it's so tough for especially Kiwi athletes to make it into that. And I don't know, I've always had the vision of, you know, hopefully one day we can have like a semi-final event like that in New Zealand. So we'll have like a qualifying spot for one or two, a male and a female maybe from New Zealand, where, you know, we don't have to, like Kiwi athletes, young Kiwi athletes that don't have too much money, don't have to spend thousands of dollars to get there. But let alone not even that, they have to qualify first, which is super tough. You know, a lot of the Aussie athletes are very good and have more sponsorship and support behind them in Australia than what Kiwi athletes do as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's your objective. Is that like
I wanted to create one of them. Yeah.
You want to get it. You want to become a sort of a qualifying semi-final. Is that like the ultimate goal for you guys?
Yeah, pretty much. We talk to head office every year, and we kind of put the question in there and ask them, and they have never sort of shut it down, which is cool. But obviously, with the constant changes coming from head office with CrossFit, it is whether it's going to happen in the next year or the next 5 years. I don't know, but there's a lot of balls.
There's always a lot of balls in the air, isn't it, with CrossFit? And then you were a Torian Pro athlete at Pat Rafter Arena, were you?
Yes, I was back in 21.
2021. So we would have seen you, man. We would have been there.
Yeah, we would have been there.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys obviously know Jeremy Easton, rookie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Commentator. Yeah.
The commentator. Yeah.
I actually almost got a little bit of a name for myself after the first event going out so hot on the first 5K run on the runner. I think I finished first out of everyone, like 18 minutes or 17 and a half minutes. And then I'd never used the bike before in my life. And I jumped on the bike and my legs blew up.
Oh, no.
So
no.
I kind of went out too hot. But I think I still finished 12th or 13th. But rookie really made everyone know about it. And then even the next year at Torian Pro, he said, "Oh, no, this guy's done a Dean Flude." So, yeah.
Oh, is he? Oh, right.
But I was super early into CrossFit there, and still half doing bodybuilding. And sometimes I look back and go, man, I wish I had the knowledge of what I have now back then. But yeah, I think especially with some of those positive changes from CrossFit and opening up, even in I'm a master now in the 35 to 39. So I'll get this High Rocks Melbourne out the way, and maybe look to try and make the games in the age group next year. It'd be cool to do the High Rocks Worlds, which James and I have already qualified for, and then try and make the games in the Masters too.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That's awesome. So you've got you're doing High Rocks as well.
Yeah. So it's pretty much the last 6 to 9 months been all in on that. And I've kind of just been doing more the doubles races with James Newbury, and we actually won the Sydney one. There was like 20,000 people that competed at that, and we won the pro doubles in that and got a ticket to the Worlds in Sweden in June next year. So that's pretty cool. And then we got another race in 2 weeks, which we want to try crack into the Elite 15. But that's a pretty big goal for two CrossFitters to try and make the top.
So you're a professional athlete and you're a event organizer. Is that all you've got time for?
Well, however professional you call someone when they're about to turn 37.
Well, you're going to the world champs, right? So you're going to
Yeah.
the championships of High Rocks. Like that's nothing to be because that's not in age group then, is it? High Rocks, is that still in age group or?
They do it in age group, but they changed it. I think thousands of people qualified last year because you could qualify from like any comp in the Open or pros, but now you can only qualify, I think, through certain races in the pro division. So yeah, it's a lot harder now.
Right.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah. So, but that shows you how fantastically all-rounded the CrossFit training is, the CrossFit methodology.
Oh, massively, yeah.
The fact that you can be a CrossFitter with that as your central sport, and then you give High Rocks a go, and you're performing at a very high level in that as well.
Oh yeah, and I that's why I'm excited to go back and dabble in a bit of CrossFit again early next year, because I'm fitter than I've ever been. I've got a much bigger engine now with doing all the High Rocks training. Yeah, you lose a bit of strength, but if you've been doing strength and conditioning your whole life, you can gain that back pretty quick. So yeah, I'm super excited to do that, and it just shows that CrossFit can prepare you for anything, especially both. Obviously, James has had a much bigger CrossFit career right at the top. I think he came 5th in the world in 2018 or 2019, and for two CrossFitters to try to be pushed for the top in the world at High Rocks is pretty cool. Yeah,
absolutely.
100%.
We just lost Bronson there. I don't know where Bronson jumped off.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
He's coming back. And we have another supporter, Goddess. Dean, any we haven't heard from Goddess before. Anthony, have you heard from Goddess before?
No, not at all. And the 6-7, I'm really wondering if that's one of those young things that people are doing with the 6-7 thing. Like, I don't know what that 60. What's the 67?
I must be missing all this. Maybe I can't see it on my phone or something. I don't know.
You probably can't see the comments.
Can you see the chat? We'll show on the screen the comments that are coming through. But yeah, thanks, Goddess. Not quite. Yep. Not quite sure what that means. Maybe Bronson will be more up to speed with that kind of comment.
Bronson can say it came straight after we were talking about how good you were at High Rocks and you've achieved this, and then we got the Goddess comment. So I'm like, is that a comment on your High Rocks? What are we doing there?
Goddess does have nice dreadlocks though, so
we lost you, Bronson.
And what about Bronson? Is Bronson a Taurian pro athlete as well, or not?
And the making, he's sitting there.
Yeah.
Oh, nice one, Dean. That's a nice joke. Yeah, that's a very good joke. I wish if I started years ago, if I started CrossFit back in 2017, all these young fellas will be looking at me.
But you're not a master yet, though, Bronson, right? You're not a master yet.
I'm actually older than Dean.
Are you? Oh, really? Okay, so you are in the 35s, eh?
Yeah, definitely. So
awesome.
I'll be supporting him. Supporting him to the games. I'll be with him, but to the games.
Okay. Speaking of masters, I don't know whether you guys heard about some of the masters in-person qualifying events next season. So
yeah, that's what I was talking about before. Yeah.
So obviously the elites all compete in person at the semi-final events around the world, but for masters, it's always traditionally just been an online qualification process. Quarters, semis, all online, and now I think you can qualify to go to the games either at the Taurian Pro as a master. And in the States, there's two. One's called Magic City, I think, Magic City CrossFit Championships. So they're obviously very much open to people running masters events. So say the Oceania or New Zealand, the stepping stone could be that it's just the masters to qualify in person, which would still be pretty cool.
That'd be
Yeah,
very
that's
cool.
Because it's certainly a lot more fun competing in person than in your own gym with a video mobile phone judge type of thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly. I think they'll get a lot more masters into that next year because of that.
Yeah. Oh, Joanne, bring the masters back to the games. Great,
Yep.
Yeah, I
great
thought
suggestion, Joe.
I thought they were. They were combining the masters back with the actual games next year.
Yes.
It's combined in San Francisco in California next year.
That's what I heard. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to obviously.
Wow, that could
lock
be
that in,
breaking
but
news.
That's what I heard, yeah.
This is your opportunity, Dave. This is your opportunity to go to the games.
Where did you hear that, Dean? Are we breaking news? Is this like the Southern Hemisphere breaking some?
God, I hope it wasn't false information. If I got that.
All right. Well, we'll fact check. We'll fact check Dean, and verify that. And put a comment in the description later. But that would be awesome. I totally agree, Joanne. Like even if the masters are a little bit of a sideshow for the elites, I think any master would still rather be at the games, at the big festival, than being a specialized masters event, 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after the games. I don't think that's a bit of a no-brainer, but they obviously had their reasons for separating them, probably more logistics than desirable, like just a logistics thing. Because
I think that's the difference with our. I think that's the difference with us, NZ and Oceania champs. We're giving everyone that shine rather than just just about the elites. We want everyone to have their shine.
Yeah.
That is cool.
And what about so? How did you do it, then? Did you just send a message around to your mates, Bronson, and how many people are in the team to set up such an event like New Zealand Championships 3 years ago? Were you a one-man band, or what did you do?
No, definitely not. A couple of other affiliate owners in New Zealand, the guys down in Selwyn, Pete and Linda that own the Shed or CrossFit Selwyn down there, and then Luke Fiso and Emma Fiso from Wellington who own Instinct. We kind of all got together, and I think I put the idea out there first. There's obviously another national sort of CrossFit comp, NZ Nationals, but they hadn't really aligned themselves with CrossFit. And then obviously taking away things over the years that I've seen from comps and sort of comps that I'd run myself, I just thought, I put the idea to them, and then obviously being affiliate owners and deep into the CrossFit community, they were super keen. So that was the team that jumped on board the first year. Obviously, I had the cluster fitness equipment as well, so it makes it a lot easier to run a comp when you are controlling the fitness equipment as well, because that can be, obviously that's a massive part of it. And then I knew I had a CrossFit community in Auckland, Luke had one in Wellington, and then Pete and Linda had one in Christchurch. So it just made sense to kind of combine those communities and create that first year of NZ Champs. And for our very first year, it was a massive success. The venue we went to probably let us down a little bit, but it was really good that first year. And then I ended up moving over to Gold Coast just with a few other opportunities that came up. But obviously, I needed still the team on ground in New Zealand to help run the events. And I guess just obviously when Bronson and Nicole, I kind of knew these guys and knew their skill set, and it was sort of what the team needed really. Like Pete and Linda and Luke and Emma sort of jumped out on their own willing, and just because I think obviously Luke and Emma were having kids at the time. Pete and Linda, had quite a bit on their plate, and it was I think anyone that's run a comp before or knows a lot about them, how much time, effort, manpower it takes to run these. And like if I add up all the comps that I've done over the last 3 to 4 years, I would probably be more in the negative than I would in the positive. So when you look at that sort of stuff, if that passion for like continuing to drive the comp and that end goal isn't stronger than obviously that year to year and seeing that, okay, cool, it's still not really where I want it. That passion has to outweigh that, otherwise, it's going to, and then obviously Nicole and Bronson just brought that same passion, and we all have different skill sets, which is just really like taking NZ champs to another level, and then obviously starting Oceania champs this year as well. So yeah.
So you mean, when you say negative, you mean financially, like the financial outlays versus what you go for?
Yeah, I think, and I did this when I was a bit younger as well, before I got into so much business. You stand there and you like count all the athletes and the entries, and you times that by and go, oh, wow, these guys are making heaps of money. But then when you actually dive into it and you pay for a venue and you pay for like all the outgoings and then all the unexpected things that come up, it's there's definitely not much left at the end. And that's what I mean by that passion to continue to drive it, and that original goal needs to outweigh just the year to year. I mean, obviously, if the comp was just going more and more into negative each year and it wasn't working, then it would be stupid to carry it on. But I think what we pulled off this year at NZ Champs especially will really set us up for next year, especially like having that live stream involved. Yeah,
if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, and it's clearly not. We've got another comment here. I think someone's done some fact checking for us. Can you see that on your screen, Bronson and Dean? I don't know whether you can see it on your screen. What has Joanne said? She said the top age group athletes from semi-finals will advance to the teens or masters games run by legends and team throwdown to determine who will be crowned the division champions.
So that's false information, maybe.
So they're still going to be run by the legends. Thanks for the fact checking, Joanne. Much appreciated. Dean will have to recheck his sources.
To be honest, I think the games should 100% bring it back to the Masters and whatnot there as well. At the end of the day, the Masters are the ones that have the extra disposable income as well, and what will be there to spectate the main ones, and it's actually massive, the Masters community around both in Australia and New Zealand, let alone around the world. So I think it's that they should definitely bring it back to one big comp.
Now we might have a bit of a hater here. Someone called Dylan.
I don't know.
Do you know Dylan Odegaard?
No.
I don't know Dylan Odegaard, but thanks for your comment, Dylan.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. That's fantastic. You've helped yourself.
Helping the YouTube.
I think Dylan was referring to Dean. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Could be referring to us, Bronson, because we're a lot older than you guys. So who knows?
We're all masters in here. So
well, not in a second, because Dean and Bronson, we're going to bring on two of our other guests. They're waiting in the backstage. I don't know whether you guys know. You might know these guys. Do you know Mr. Jett Levi in the house?
Hey guys, how's it going? I've met you, Bronson, last year, I think.
Yes, definitely. The tall guy. He's huge. He's tall ass.
And Mr. Jonathan Easton in the house.
What's up, Jono?
Hey,
welcome
guys.
to the show,
Thanks for having us.
Hey guys.
So you're sort of,
yeah, good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Good. I'm looking forward to that sandbag event that you wrote.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. I've done it 3 times already. Actually, it was so fun.
Oh,
how good. Did you wear a weight belt?
I did. I do wear a weight belt. Yeah.
Good man.
Have they meant to do it?
Yeah.
Good.
So
that's the one I'm looking most forward to watching, is that event.
Yeah,
that event is going to be excellent. So
that's it. Event 2 Friday, isn't it? The sandbag. Yeah.
Yep.
But we'll go into that. So let's have a little. Thanks for how's your night been, Jett and Johnny? Good night.
It's been good, thank you.
Yep.
I've just wrapped up coaching. How about you, Jono?
Yeah, good. Wrapped up coaching as well. So Dave would know we're all in the separate rooms in the gym.
Oh yeah.
I just had a tough little interval session with Jono. Pretty sore still, mate. Thanks for that. I think everyone had a good time. But you're feeling good, boys, for Friday, Saturday?
Feeling good. Trained all this week, and I'm just hoping I didn't do too much today, but I think I'm all right. I just moved the body a little bit, got the heart rate up, so I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How was the body after you tested that sandbag run?
Oh, it's always a little bit wrecked the next day. What is it? It's actually more grippy for me. I don't know why, but just hanging on to it. It's always the grip and the calves that burn out a little bit.
Where are you holding it, Jett? Where are you putting the sandbag?
I don't know if I could. No. I'm holding it on my back rack.
Right. Okay.
Is that how it's intended, Dean? I'm getting the nod of approval.
Yeah, there's a few different strategies going on, but either obviously switching from shoulder to shoulder on the back of the neck. I'm interested to see the different strategies that people have in that, how often people are breaking. It's going to be cool.
Yeah.
I'd pay to see someone bear hug it the whole mile. $100 if someone do it under the cap.
Go for it.
So what's the story behind the event? Let's bring it up here, show people. What's the story behind the development of this workout, Dean? You came up with it?
I'll be 100% honest here, and I actually had a couple of people mention, "Oh, boring, bro, just a run," or just a sandbag. So the event that I had to program had to be simultaneously run with the first event, and it couldn't be on the rig. It couldn't have any equipment in it. It needed to start from an end in the comp floor, and the only piece of equipment could really use was a sandbag. So it was kind of always going to be a run, really.
Yeah. But it's so simple, and yet, the people I've spoken to, this is like the one that everyone can't wait to watch. All the athletes are going to be out at the same time. I'm not sure, are you running around a track where everyone can see the whole 18 minutes, or do the athletes disappear out of view, or how does that work?
No, so they'll start on the comp floor at the top of the tunnel. 3, 2, 1, go. They'll run with the sandbag down the tunnel, and they're actually going to do laps around the actual venue, around the velodrome, around the outside. So for anyone who's listening to this, there is going to be a very slight incline and then a very slight decline. It's not going to be 100% flat. So, and then obviously they'll do those laps around, and then on the final lap they come in and come back up the tunnel and drop their bag and get their time. And we have a trusty old buggy following behind for anyone that's going to be getting capped, obviously, and can't finish it.
Yeah. So do all the spectators go outside the stadium to watch, sort of a bit like they did at the Rogue Invitational, when they were running around? Well, people are just on the side, or what?
Yeah, that would be the end goal. Obviously, these sorts of events are just, if you have that live stream and that feed out there, it just makes it so much better. But we don't have the live stream for this year, but that would definitely be the end goal. But spectators can go around the outside of the venue and watch their friends and mates if they want to, and then obviously come back up the tunnel and capture them there. But most people, I'd say, will just be seeing people start and finish, unless it's a good friend or family member that wants to be running alongside them and cheering them on.
Yeah. All right, and the athletes, obviously, all the males are going off, all the elite males are going off at the same time. It's not like waves or heats.
Yeah, so obviously they're in their divisions, but there'll be, say, for example, there might be a scaled heat on the main comp floor while the elites are doing the sandbag run, and then it'll change over. So there'll be those simultaneous events.
Oh, I get you. Yeah. No, that's cool. So that means all of the competitors will be able to you'll be able to see who's in front of you, and try and track them down. Chase them down. Yeah, that's awesome.
There's 3 heats, Dave, for the event.
3 heats for the male elite division.
Yeah, 3 heats for everything.
Oh,
Not for everything.
Okay. Even for the run, even for this run event.
Yeah, that's what the schedule shows. So 3 heats. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think about it in terms of a power athlete versus an aerobic athlete? Every athlete in every gym has your strongman. Every gym has your little bunny rabbit. Where do you see this event falling? Because it's 65 kilograms.
Well, that's exactly. I mean, generally there's a lot of obviously fairly fit, bigger, stronger guys out there, but at the end of the day, the smaller, skinnier runner guys are always going to win these running events. So I think it's it's obviously going to shake things up a little bit, having such a heavy sandbag to jog with, or what we probably should have called it a 1 mile carry, not a run, eh?
Yeah.
But
so
we'll see about that.
Are going to surprise a few of the runners on this one.
Well, it almost brings the event back to that goal of CrossFit, which is being good at that jack of all trades. You've got to be a decent runner, and you've got to be reasonably strong, and that's probably going to be the athlete that dominates it.
Yeah, and it'll also highlight even how strong some smaller guys are. There'll be some smaller guys out there that are just have phenomenal strength and will still be able to run with a heavy sandbag, and that's something really impressive to see as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, so that's covered our event 2, and Jono, what do you think? Are you liking this event, Jono? Are you sort of looking forward to this one out of the 6?
Yeah, definitely. For me, this is probably my favorite in terms of
this is your favorite, yeah.
But I think it's just I think you said earlier, Dean, not many people maybe liked it initially, but I think it's just gritty. Whoever wants to grit the hardest, you don't really have to put it down. It's just how willing are you to kind of tolerate that little bit of kind of build up of the shoulders as you go throughout and the back.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then it'll show the athletes who are a little bit more conditioned, because obviously you're dealing with that fatigue going into the lift event as well. So that'll be quite interesting to see. That will shuffle some people up. A lot of the stronger guys that may not be as conditioned might not hit their big numbers after that sandbag run.
Yeah, 100%. Especially doing the sandbag cleans and the workout after that as well.
It's a heavy schedule before that lift.
We won't say what I know a few times that have been sort of put up and trained. We've got a bit of feedback there. Have you done the event, Ben? Can you tell us what time you got?
I kind of did it, and testing is more a bit of an EMOM, so every minute on the minute, just testing a bit of strategy with it, with dropping and whatnot. It is going to be a tight time cap. I haven't fully tested it at the venue, but I'd say there'll be some of these elite guys finishing it in around the anywhere between the 13 to 15 minute mark.
Nice. That'll be.
You did an event similar to this, or on the weekend, didn't you, Jono? Didn't you do something very similar to this?
No, not really. Did an event a couple of weeks ago. They had a 5K trail mixed run, but not a sandbag carry for a mile. So
not a sandbag carry. I thought there was a sandbag carry. Sorry.
We'll go back to. We won't talk about event 1 yet. Let's have a look at this and tell us a little bit about this, Dean and Bronson. This was kind of your indication of what you needed to be able to do to participate in this event. It seemed quite reachable. It seemed quite reachable for a lot of athletes. Like, was that purposeful for even your elite division? You know, snatching 80 kilograms, handstand walk 10 meters, deadlift 140. Was that quite strategic to make it very accessible for as many people?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think obviously putting those standards out just really like makes it clear for athletes, like obviously what division they need to be in. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that kind of sit in intermediate and should probably be pushing into elite. Do you know what I mean? And vice versa. So I think having those standards is really clear, and you know, not making them quite to the like elite standard of like the Torian Pro or the Games. Maybe just our market is kind of just maybe a little bit of a step back from that, but still like very challenging. You know what I mean? So I think each year the standard, or every couple of years, especially the standards are getting higher and higher. You know, we see a lot younger athletes, especially coming through, that are just lifting ridiculous numbers, doing ridiculous gymnastics volume and stuff like this. So these probably, I mean, even in the last 4 years I've been running comps, these have shifted a fair bit already. So these will continue to move, but it's like, it's getting that right standard for our target market for the comps. You know, like I said earlier, a lot of our guys are the guys that probably aren't quite making the Torian Pro in those semi-final events, but we still want to give exposure to these big comps that are going to have like live stream and stuff like that. So I think just lining those standards up with where each year where that, you know, where our target market is good.
Yeah, it's making people look at that and go, yeah, I can reach all those, and throw their hat in the ring to get, you know, to test them out, test their abilities on a bigger stage, which is, I think that's a great idea. You, on your website, you actually had the women as well as doing the same thing. I noticed on it had elite women were the same.
Yeah, so normally if it has a dash, like a weight and then a dash, it'll read the male weight first and then the female weight.
Okay. Yeah.
So it might say like 70-50, yeah, and the 70 is the male weight, 50 is the females.
Okay. All right. Well, let's have a look at event one then. Tia Claire Toomey, the pregnant lady. Program this for you guys. And like, do you know Tia or Shane, or you just like there's sort of partners in the.
Yeah, well, when Proven came on board and we sort of collaborated with the Champ Series with them, I put it to Shane and the team and Nick and asked it'd be really cool if all the Proven coaches could, you know, do program one each. And that very first one, obviously Red Bull was the sponsor of that. So Red Bull are always like, we want the most extreme workout, and then obviously who's going to be programming the most extreme workout is going to be Tia. But a little insight here, Shane said that Tia kind of put this together, and then and this is probably obviously one of the harder workouts, and then I think Shane still scaled it back from what it was. So,
oh really? Okay, so it's been tamed down a little bit, has it?
It's been tamed down again, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, so we've got decreasing calories, we've got increasing complexity of rig work, pull-ups to chest to bars to bar muscle ups, and then the sandbag cleans thrown in there to sort of, what's that? That's 10.
Strongman, yeah.
Bringing some strength into the gymnastics there. Where's the roadblock in this one, Jono and Jett? What do you think?
From what I've kind of varied and tested with it, I think I think it's the sandbag. Like if your gymnastics are pretty solid and you can like kind of break those up or hit those strategically, I think it's like being able to hit the sandbag at a good pace and then make sure you get back onto the ski erg and get the cows moving. Because I feel like if you hit the sandbag too hard or you waste time there, the calories are gonna kind of suffer the consequences going back into the next round. From what I did. So
I'm interested to see how your body's going to feel after all that lat work. You know, the ski erg is a lot of lat, the rig's all a lot of lat, and then to sort of to buy out with 20 bar muscle ups. Like I'm just how's that? How do you get? That's where I look at the barrier there, the bar muscle ups at the end from lat fatigue.
Yeah. That's a tough one for sure, and I think a lot of strategy comes into it with that sandbag as well. Like you were saying, you know, if you do rush those and jack that heart rate too much, it's going to make that ski erg interesting, and then obviously your gymnastics is going to fall apart. So I really love that workout.
That's going to be a dazzler as well. Yeah. Did Jett have a comment about that one?
Is Dave's mic working?
Oh, can you hear me? Testing. Yep. Testing 1, 2, 3. This is Jett having some technical difficulties on this one's a lot more lungs than it looks. Ellie. All right. I'll bring this one up. All right. Can you hear me, Dean and everyone?
Yep.
You got me? Okay. Jono, can you hear us? Jono might have some audio issues there. All right. Event 3. Tim Poulton. Is Tim a proven coach, is he?
Tim is, yeah.
Okay. I vaguely remember that name. Was he like a games athlete as well? Was he a CrossFit Games athlete?
He sure was, yeah.
Yeah. Long hair, I think, or not? I don't know.
Yep, that's the one.
I think he had long. Yep. So he's working in the States for Proven.
Yep. He's a proven coach. Yeah, takes one-to-one athletes.
Right. Okay, so this event, we're getting some feedback. This is the weightlifting event, 3 clean and jerks for max load. You can chop and change your weights if you fail, but the lifts must be performed unbroken. What were your thoughts when this came through from Tim?
Both this one and the one that they programmed for NZ Champs were obviously it was an even bigger complex for NZ Champs. I thought, that's quite a tight time frame for what, you know, like people are wanting to achieve here with a big lift. But I think it just makes people strategize a bit better, you know. Especially if I just revert back to that NZ Champs one, you know, what was it? It was a clean, a jerk, I think, a front squat, or a front squat. It had like 3 jerks in it anyway, a couple of front squats, you know. And if a lot of people were failing that last jerk, so that's a lot of work to have done to miss that lift, you know. And obviously, if you went out with a pretty conservative lift, got your first one in the bag, which is good, and then you jump too big and miss that second one, you're kind of going to have a pretty low score. And then here's not quite as bad, but I think a lot of strategy here in making sure that, you know, you lock in those early like comfortable ones, and again, don't, with a tight time cap, don't push it too much to or do too big a jump before you go for the next one. But I like it, especially after what we were talking about before with the fatigue from the first couple of events, and then getting under these loads with multiple reps is good to watch.
And athletes can go at their own pace. It's not like a Congo line. You've just got your judge there. You got 5 minutes.
Own time. Yep. Own barbell, own set of weights there.
Yeah. I mean, my only thought when I read this was that it's cool having the 3 lifts as the complex, but I don't know whether that would make a difference in terms of who's going to win the event. Like, even if it was 1 or 2 reps, it wouldn't make any difference. The guy who's going to win 1 or 2 reps. Did you see what I'm saying? Like, whether the 3 repetitions of the same movement is a bit redundant. The power athlete's going to win, and because it's the same difficulty for the less powerful athlete. It doesn't necessarily change the standings on the leaderboard with it.
Yeah, for sure, to a degree. Yeah, I think that, like I mentioned again before, just the seeing the change in. Obviously, you might have like a big lifter that would normally, I don't know, maybe get 140 or something on this, or 120 or whatever, and then they've, just done those first 2 events and dropped back quite a bit. But a athlete that would normally get 110, 120 will still hit that after those first 2 events because they're a bit more conditioned, So it'll be interesting to see see what happens there. But at the end of the day, you're right. The more powerful athlete, whether it's 1 or 3, they're
yes. Whereas if you sort of if you mixed up the complex a little bit, you might have someone who's much more powerful at a front squat, a hang clean, and then a jerk. You can sort of mix up.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yep. All right, but that's going to be cool. Jett, what do you reckon? Is Jett here, or has he got technical difficulties?
Yeah, I think he's not in.
He's having technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties with his Apple. It must be an Apple. And Jono, have you been working on your Olympic stuff? You did a beautiful shoulder to overhead complex at the Bay Games a couple of weekends ago.
Yeah. Look, it's not my favorite event of the weekend, but I know what my paces are for it. And, I think it's actually that third clean and jerk, going clean, the jerk back to the clean is especially after doing the first 2 workouts, I think will be quite hard, and testing it out fresh without doing the other 2 before it. It's the third clean and jerk, just how much you have to give going from the overhead back down into the last one. So I think, you definitely just got to know what you're going to get. You can't really go for a big one and hope you're going to get it because there's just too much time under tension with the barbell. So
yeah. Well, let's hope some of the huge mongers have got a lot of lat fatigue from their 20-bar muscle ups. All right, the Shane Orr program event 4, beautiful 21:15.9. What's that? 45 squat snatches, not too heavy, 50 kilograms. And 90 toes to bar, little couplet. But you've got 100 double unders at the start, at the start of each round, righto.
Wow, very CrossFit-y workout from Shane.
Yeah. That's interesting. Thoughts on that one, Jono? Have you done a couple of? You done a couple of rounds of that one?
Yeah, not the workout exactly. To be honest, I've only actually tried, I think, 1, 2 of the workouts from the weekends. I'm not the biggest fan of giving the workouts a full run through. I think definitely the camp of trying variations and doing little interval pieces to kind of make sure the conditioning's there. So in terms of workouts, this is probably my favorite besides the mile sandbag run. I think just grippy, I think going too hard on the squat snatches at the start for myself personally, they'll bleed into the toes to bar. So definitely quick singles is the game. I've seen a few athletes on Instagram posting videos of them doing touch and go squat snatches at 50. So I'd be very interested to see if anyone does that on the day.
And also, I think a lot of people would look at this and go, "Oh, not too heavy," and their mind would be thinking power snatches, but the fact that it's a squat snatch is going to change the workout a lot as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think just the time and attention on the bar, like just getting into the squat, and it's just going to tax the shoulders more. So I think the toes bar will probably feel harder.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's going to be some pretty strategic breaking up of touch and go, or is it something that you try to hold bigger sets of, or what do you think?
For the squat snatch or the toe bar?
Or both.
I think singles, like I think the only time the touch and go for me on the snatch would be maybe on the last round, going for the 9 and holding on for the toes bar. But the 21 and 15, I think singles territory the whole way. I don't know.
Really? Okay.
What Jett thinks, but definitely that's my game plan.
Is that what you're thinking? The same thing, Jetto, with your squat snatch?
I was planning on going unbroken for the whole thing. No. I haven't even thought about going touch and go at all. I don't know if I'll pull it out of my ass on the 9s, like Jono said, but definitely singles is the way to go, I think.
Yeah.
You're the man, Jett. You're the man.
Do the double unders? Do the double unders affect you? Would you break your double unders? A couple of sets of 50, have a little rest. Is that
actually a good question? That actually definitely is a consideration. Like maybe it is smarter to break it up into 2 sets, like a 60 and a 40, just to keep the pace on the snatches. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Shane Orr will be sort of throwing that in there, just to. It's not just there for a spectacle. It's there to test you guys. Shoulder endurance, stamina.
You definitely feel it. It's definitely there. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Another fantastic workout. Like they're just so good. They're all just fantastic. Event 5, James Newbury. I thought this was the most creative, right? Like it's just different. Out of all of them. It sounds like it looks like he's really given this a lot of thought and tossed around with it for a while before he got it right. But it looks really exciting as well. You've got to effectively get 90 meters of handstand walking, right?
Yeah.
I think the hardest one of the weekend, in my opinion. There's nowhere to hide. It's just classic. Just go. And then it'll really the deadlift with the midline, and then the burpees with heart rate will test who's the best at handstand walking under fatigue and who's got the ability to just kind of send it. No time to take 10 seconds to kind of breathe and then kick up. It's like, all right, up you go.
But those 15 deadlifts, you're going to just punch them out, or you're going to drop the bar and do it in a couple of sets?
No, goals to go unbroken. I don't.
Unbroken on those, yep. Because and then burpees, like your burpees. And so, how much time do you think you're going to have to do your handstand walk in the 2-minute rounds?
I'm thinking around like 40 to 45 seconds. Hopefully, that's like what I'm kind of thinking. And then obviously, like as you said, like pretty creative from James. Like the 3 minutes at the end is gonna just like allow athletes hopefully to finish off the 90 meters if they're close, that extra time. So,
so we want to be, you want to be going for like 20 odd meters. So what's that? Like almost 3 segments of the 7.5 meter sections per round, and then a little bit more in the 3-minute round.
I'm curious from Dean's point, has Dean tested this one or?
I haven't. Shane had all of the I guess games level athletes over in Nashville there test them all. And this one was tight. But also you're 100% right, Jono. I mean, just this combination of movements is like that, those deads into the burpees, getting that heart and then going upside down, it absolutely ruined people at NZ Champs, even the other version of this. So this is pretty awesome by James, and it's definitely going to mess some people up.
Yeah, 100%. I think just like I think picking up that bar in like that third and fourth round for the deadlifts will just be like the difference between who like kind of finishes, like who's willing to kind of send it and like go for it. Because I think it's one of those.
You could almost see people's game plans and what they had in their head and what they started with kind of fell apart. So yeah, it's definitely a tough one, this one.
And the 7.5 meter unbroken sections, that's pretty kind, isn't it? Like that's letting the athlete take a chance to get to the line and not have to redo it. You don't have to you can take a risk that you don't have to wait too long to go for your 7.5 meter walk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm curious, is the handstand like turning around every 7.5 meters, or is it going to be like a few like little bits out and then turning around?
The floor setup for Oceania is going to be slightly different to NZ Champs. At NZ Champs, we had a lot of turns on the 7.5, whereas Oceania, we're going to have a 15 meter lane. So there will be less turns.
That's awesome. You can punch out two segments, John. So when you guys, you elite athletes, when you guys kick up, I've always wondered, when you guys decide, yes, I'm going to kick up, do you feel very confident that you can make the distance? Like, is it just like walking, even under fatigue, when you with your sort of your neural control and coordination?
I don't think you would pick up if you weren't confident of making it to the end. It's really hard to, especially on a fatigue testing a workout like this, to just go even if you're not ready. And that's sort of what this workout is. It's like, I don't care if you're ready or not, just sort of kicking up immediately. That sort of discipline is what you're going to need to have for this workout if you have hopes of finishing it. I hope I didn't go off topic there.
No, 100%. I think it's just it showcases who spends, like, it's like obviously that skill of being upside down. It showcases who spends the most time or who actually has like spent time trying to just work on being upside down, not even just in the handstand walk, but like spending time against the wall, practicing freestanding holds, because like that'll pay off for doing this workout as people who just are comfortable in different positions. And I think, Yeah,
I'm just so surprised when I watch, professional CrossFitters and whatnot, how infrequently they fall. Like, don't you think? Like they can be completely gassed from doing whatever, and then you give them 20 meters, 30 meters, and they just like boom, 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 and it's like they're just going through the paces of getting to the other end. They don't seem to fall over. They might stop every now and then, but they don't ever get fatigued and actually lose their coordination.
I think like John said, it's just hours spent overhead or like hours spent on their hands is what it really comes down to. I think it's just years and years of hammering that movement. It'd be easy for them.
Even what Dean said earlier, just the level of competition, right? Like not just the weights. Like if you compare gymnastics upside down at the games to like 2018, 2019 to now, like there's a big difference from like the first year they introduced something like a freestand, handstand and push up to like people failing those. Whereas now like they do them in the teams and the indies and people are like repping them out, no problem. So as the standard kind of evolves, athletes training evolves to kind of meet that. So
No, that's cool. That'll be so much fun watching that as well. James Newbury, thank you. And then semi-final. So this is like your sort of your penultimate workout before you buy your place in the event 7 final. Is that right?
That's the one.
Top 20. And you haven't announced the 7th workout yet, is that right?
We haven't announced that yet.
Cool. All right. So what are we doing here? 36 ring muscle ups I counted in total, descending.
Yeah, this is a great
15, 12,
spectator one.
Yeah. And then shuttle run. So there's a 200-meter run, but that's not a shuttle run, right? That's different
Yeah,
to your
so
shuttle
I think
run?
that is actually a mistake written in there. That is still a shuttle run.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
But is it
mistake.
150?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
150.
is that 150? Okay.
Yeah, so that is that 15-meter length I was talking about before, and they'll do their shuttle runs up and down that 15-meter lane, and then obviously the rings will be back at the rig, so they'll do their shuttle run, do their rings on the rig, and then up and down their lanes for the shuttles.
Okay.
So it's
So
obviously
10,
going to
10,
high
10
skill
shuttle runs.
gymnastics. Yep, that's the
10
one.
shuttle runs, and you got to touch the ground on the other side of the line. And
Yeah,
then,
2 feet,
and
one
then
hand over the line. Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. What does the shuttle run do to your ring muscle up capacity?
I think just obviously the shuttle runs, just compared to a normal run, just that dropping and turning is going to get that heart rate up a little bit more. And then I guess it's just it all's depending on, obviously similar to what we were talking about, the handstands, who's been doing the hours of practice on the ring muscle ups, and do some athletes need to finish the shuttle run, stand under the rings to bring that heart rate back down first, or are they so efficient with their gymnastics in the rings that they can just jump straight up there and hit an unbroken set and keep going? It's I guess it just comes back down to who's put the hours in, and like we were talking about before, obviously not just doing ring muscle ups, who's been doing some isometrics, holding at the top of the rings, the bottom of the rings, just building that muscle endurance up, who's been working on their mobility. All of this gymnastics, when doing in high volume, can only happen if you're super mobile. So it's going to be good to watch.
Yeah. They're saying to Jett as well, it's not, even though it's shuttle runs, it's not a run and workout, it's a ring muscle up workout. Like
massively.
It won't be a run and workout for the top people until you finish that 9 ring muscle ups.
Yeah.
The only run you send on, pretty much the only run you send on, the last one.
Yeah.
So there's a fair bit of gymnastics there, isn't there? Like the whole comp. There is. Gymnastics plays a pretty big role in quite a few of the pieces there.
Yeah, it sure does.
And you boys are awesome at muscle up, so that's going to be even more fun.
Don't talk
I'm looking forward to it.
Don't talk too soon.
I think this is another one where some people's plan may change halfway through.
It is true. It is workout 6. Everyone has to keep that in mind. There's going to be some fatigue on the weekend. So I think that's what you were saying. You were not saying it explicitly, but I think that's what you were saying.
How much time between events for these guys then? Like what are they looking at downtime for the three events Friday, 3 events Saturday, and maybe the final?
I mean, obviously it's a little bit different for the divisions, but they're quite fast turnarounds compared to other comps, other bigger comps like Torian and Down Under and stuff like that. I mean, it might be anywhere from sort of 20 minutes up to an hour or whatever. So they are quite fast turnarounds. What we kind of wanted to create as well is not people going away going, oh, I kind of was at this 3-day event and walked away and only ended up doing about 30 minutes of working out, or I only did 2 workouts that day and spent sort of 15 minutes. And I guess again, like I keep referring to it, just test the overall conditioning of the athletes. Like we're promoting this as the fittest in New Zealand and then the fittest in Oceania. So, we need athletes to turn up conditioned and ready for it. And like I did in 2021 at the Taurian Pro, I turned up doing half my week bodybuilding and I wasn't ready for the comp, and it made me go away and get a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think there's lots of fun for the athletes. There's lots of time on the floor. It's going to be enjoyable for the athletes to do these events. So I think they're great. Any clues to event 7 for the boys? No, you haven't posted any Dave Castro cryptic photographs in the shower or anything like that.
No, we sure haven't done that. I think what did we do, NZ Champs? I think we posted it on the day, maybe around 2 p.m. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll.
That's how you're gonna let everyone know.
That's what we did, NZ Champs. Yeah, on the day. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But we haven't seen any dumbbells yet, have we? Yeah, don't know. Maybe we'll see.
That's true.
There's a hint. There's a hint.
You heard
Big hint, guys. You heard it.
We heard it
I don't
first.
actually know if we've got dumbbells in the event gear, do we?
Now he's backtracking. That's superb. Any other comments, boys, about the about what we've analysed tonight? I think that's a pretty good deep dive into the events.
No, pretty good. I'm actually one for you and Dean and Bronson is in terms of how do you go with like the volunteer setup for like Oceania?
Yeah, so the volunteer stuff is always tricky, like there's so many people out there that love CrossFit and do it, but to give up your time for like 3 days in a row and judging and supporting back-to-back heats, it's although people can have free food, free coffees, free apparel, at the end of the day, we follow kind of what CrossFit do in terms of trying to get these volunteers in, but it's still tough. A lot of people wanting to watch their friends and get them in. So we obviously put the volunteer list out, and whoever wants to be part of it comes in, and we see people from all communities, all different gyms come in, and we have Walker, who heads the Oceania Judges Syndicate, kind of manage them all, and he's the one that really helps bring that standard to the event. So that takes a big weight off our shoulders, because at the end of the day, trying to run a comp like this, if the judging isn't on and solid, and you got people doing different stuff in the lane next to you, it doesn't become fair. So I guess finding the volunteers is one thing, and then just to try to align that standard is another. But he does an amazing job, and we're very, very thankful of that. And just like the CrossFit comps have progressed over the years, the Judges Syndicate is growing and growing as well, and they're supporting more and more comps. So thanks to them, it does make it a fair bit easier. But yeah, at the end of the day, we couldn't run these comps without the volunteers. And I mean, NZ Champs, we ran 20 lanes there, a lot more than what we're running at Oceania this weekend. And it was tough to go back-to-back heats and have those volunteers there. And we ended up having people just kind of that have judged before, just from the community, come and jump in, grab a shirt and speak to Walker, and then line up with what everyone else was doing. So it's just not just from obviously the athletes competing, you see that community and through the volunteers and judges as well. And yeah, we're just so thankful for that too.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I think about it a lot more, like when I was in Canada a few years ago, like I did like a partners comp in Toronto, and like I actually helped out like before competing with like the event setup, and like I think sometimes athletes don't realize like the amount of effort that does go on beforehand, like with just like the equipment set up, like the logistics, like before, like you see like the head volunteers or the people like running like the volunteer crew, like losing their mind because like nothing's ready like the night before, and then you like rock up the next morning and everything's like ready to go. So no, it's always, I think it's a massive part. Like it definitely, like I think it makes what people want to come back the next year, like without the volunteer base and then doing their work, like people wouldn't want to come back because it wouldn't run as smooth.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're 100% right.
And that's why I'm coming back. I did NZ champs last year. Beautifully run event by the two of you. So, and then you guys brought it to my home. So thanks for that. I could save some money on
awesome.
plane tickets.
Appreciate the support again, man. That's awesome, and that's what it's about.
Yeah. Thanks in advance, both of you. I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Cool.
So the boys will be wearing their t-shirts. We've got special t-shirts made up for them. There they are.
Oh, choice. That is so good.
I'm excited,
dude.
Jett and Jono representing our sponsored athletes.
That is so good.
So we'll be wearing those ones.
Awesome.
So, guys, I suppose you're probably super busy. Jett and Jono, you guys got to get to bed early. In get all prepped. Have all your good lamb chops and ribeye and nutrition, and get some good sleep. Dean and Bronson, thank you so much. We'll see you Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Looking forward to it. Thanks for coming out to Brisbane.
No, awesome, and thank you guys so much for having us on and supporting the comp as well. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get you. We'll end the show. Get you off the stage, off to bed. More prep tomorrow. Have a great Thursday, and see you Friday.
Bye.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
All right. The boys are signed off.
Boys are signed off. Ready to go. Let's go.
Woo. That was mouth-watering, wasn't it? Looking at
very exciting.
When I was looking at those events, I'm like, holy moly, that's going to be so hard. But they just love it. They just take it in their stride. It's like it's a hard thing to do, and they embrace the hard challenge. Just so good.
That's CrossFit, right? That's CrossFit.
Hey, we have one more comment. We can't forget Ms. Fahey.
Oh,
thanks for that.
Long-term listener.
Yeah, long-term subscriber, listener. I reckon Sophie's out there right now having her girls' night. Thanks, Sophie. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Sophie.
I hope you enjoyed the show. And we had a comment from Valerie as well. Just do it, team. Gosh.
Yeah, that was when they were. I think they were thinking about how to pace it, and Val was just like, "Just do it.
Just do it.
Don't worry about pacing. Just send it. Just send it like Dean did." So
that's what. Yeah, I thought. Yeah. So Dean's a Torian athlete. Good heritage there to be running a show, an event like this. And I really do hope we get much more competitions like this in our backyard.
Yeah, I hope so too. CrossFit's just such a fun sport to watch.
The opportunity for us to go to bloody, the US and the games and Madison and San Francisco, and it's just love to go, but it's just logistically so difficult.
No, you'll be an athlete there soon, Dave. You'll be an athlete at the games, mate. So
comment from Charlotte in-house. Yep. Where was our invite? Hey.
Invite to what? Invite to the podcast. Invite to the.
Charlotte's already been on the podcast. She's been like a dropping guest.
She has. So, where's our invite to wherever you are eating dinner, Charlotte? That's the question.
Where's our invite on the alternate Wednesdays when we're not podcasting to the girls' night out?
Yeah, exactly. I think we realise why. But no, Anna's boyfriend goes. So.
Oh right, yeah.
It's not just the girls' night.
So it's not a girls' night specifically, right? Okay, now
not really.
The truth comes out.
It's just not an old farts.
Will is there. Maybe they put Will at another table.
I don't know. I don't think so. But good
Will
luck
may
to
have to
Will
sit-
for being with 3 girls and listening to them. Well done.
Charlotte and Sophie, does Will have to sit at a separate table to the girls? I would not put it past them.
Yes.
Would not put it past them.
Yes. So we had a
Okay,
hater.
Anthony,
We had a hater on this on
Yeah,
this
what
podcast.
was that?
I don't know.
That?
I don't know. He was going. He was letting fly. So and then
Dylan
Odegaard. I found
Yeah,
this
what did you-
new skill, and it just said, kick him out, or put him in timeout. So I said, yeah.
Is that one of the little functions on the
It just came up
software?
like, I think if you click
Mm-hmm.
on the 3 dots, it says put user in timeout or ban user and delete their comments.
Right.
So
Okay.
I was like, man, because he was just filling up the comments. So I was like, I'm just going to put you in timeout, and he disappeared.
Well, if he was just talking shit to the boys as one of their mates, I think that's okay. But like none of them knew Dylan Odegaard. No one knew Dylan Odegaard.
No,
probably a little bit uncalled for. But like we're not. There's no cancel culture here. We'll let his comments come on the screen, which we did. But
but I wasn't going to let all of them come on, Dave, because he started to get worse.
Okay.
So,
Can you what did he say? Can you bring it back up? Can you
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can.
Is it gone for good or what?
No, I don't really know. I'd have to look.
Because Dylan might watch the show now and hear us talking about him and think that, wow, this is pretty cool. Dylan, come on the show.
He can join us. He can join us again if he wants to.
Come on the show. We can invite
to
Dylan to be. If Dylan is a CrossFitter, we'll have Dylan on the show. Put a comment in the video upload later, or
what is Dylan Odegaard? That sounds like he's from like Finland or something, right? Or
Norway, Iceland,
Norway, or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know any Dylans Odegaards.
I don't know Dylan's, but we'll have Dylan on the show. I'd be happy to talk to Dylan.
Yeah, let's talk to Dylan. Let's
Dylan, we put it out there, Dylan. Come on the show.
Come and have a conversation with us.
Don't blow hard in the comments. Blow hard on the live stream, and we'll have a good time. That's just the way. That's the way this show works, right? That's the way the show works. We want to talk to everyone who's in the CrossFit space. Hater,
Absolutely.
lover, tragic. We'll talk to you.
Tragic and so on. Absolutely. All right, Dave. So I need to eat. I'm hungry.
Let's go. Anthony's hungry. We shall end the show on that note. See you in 2 weeks' time. We'll get some footage.
Guys.
Bye-bye.